Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I was sharing earlier as I came in and as everyone was coming into the sanctuary today and into fellowship, I said, let's go play hooky. I've always been a responsible individual, and I was thinking what a great opportunity it might be just to say out to lunch and put a post-it on the front door. And we could all go and play. This kind of weather, I'm not a winter individual, as many of you know, so this kind of weather when it's sunny and bright and wonderful, it just excites me. It gives me a kick in the bucket, and I want to go play. I want to go have a good time. So what I want to say with you today is, beautiful beings, I'm so glad that we're all here in celebration, that we're here to revere and to know and to share and to honor, and I thank you, Michael, for that beautiful meditation, and Rod, the song. That song always touches me too. It's great. What I want to share with you today is that we're ready to celebrate a birthday. Tomorrow would be Ernest Holmes' 126th birthday. So I think we should start by singing Happy Birthday to Ernest. Let's everybody stand. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ernest. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's been written and documented and spoken about and open at the top in many of the books that I've read about Ernest Holmes. But the love that he had for cooking and entertaining and being a gracious host. It's numerous occasions that he would have these wonderful dinner parties. And Marilyn Leo, in her open at the top, was saying that, and speaking with her, she also shared with me that those dinner parties would go on for hours. And they had their wonderful maid who was with them for 37 years. They got to do the dishes and clean up the kitchen. So you know that when you got to enjoy dinner at the Holmes home, that there was a time of frivolity and joyfulness and great conversation. So the influence that he's had certainly on our movement, on this center, and on your ministers and all of your practitioners, we honor and celebrate that. So tomorrow, just say, Happy Birthday, Ernie. How I always remember his birthday is that when we opened our center in 2008, we thought we were Johnny on the spot and ordered these wonderful chairs way ahead of time. We ordered them in September. It was a very cold winter in the East, and they were delivered on January the 21st, 2009. So I will always say Happy Birthday, Ernie, when I place my bottom in these chairs on Sunday. On with the lesson. And it's entitled All in the Family. For the past several weeks here at the center, we've supported our word of the month, which is community. And as Reverend Michael shared with you, our word of the year is to cherish. So as we cherish our community and come together in celebration, we have this opportunity to know that we are a group of collective consciousness, that we are a collective group of coconuts, so to speak, that we share these same wonderful ideas, that we love this goodness that we know as religious science, as science of mind. And as we journey and as we walk, as we give our strength and knowingness to this process called the science of mind, that we are here in the community at the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Chico. We're all in the family. We're in the family of community. Each January, we have the opportunity to revisit the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind textbook. And for many years, I thought that's sort of a repetitive thing. But what I have found as I have journeyed is it gives me the opportunity to refresh, to regroup, and move forth in the opportunity that Dr. Holmes had. This week, the chapter that I'll be speaking and extracting from for my lesson is entitled, What Religious Science Does. Well, what religious science does for me is a whole bunch of stuff. It gives me sanity. It gives me purpose for living. It gives me direction in my life. It gives me the opportunity to see, to know, to do, and to be all that I choose to be. One of the greatest gifts that Dr. Holmes gave in this teaching is volition, dominion. We have choice. We have choice. And if we don't like what's happening or what's appearing, we have the opportunity through spiritual mind treatment to make that what we choose it to be. What science of mind does for us is quite simple. Many times we think it's complex. We hear the word science. It doesn't mean that we back off from it. We move into it and through it. Spirit does and gives to us only what we can take. It's an opportunity. The science of mind is an opportunity to have a joy-filled life, that which we choose and that which we want. And what I do know is that it imparts of itself only that which we can take. So wherever you are on your journey, wherever you are on this philosophy and way of life, the way you live your life, the way you walk your life, the way you talk your life, the way you live it and express it and be it, it's just fine wherever you are. We always welcome each and every individual wherever they are, because they are exactly where they need to be at any given moment. We journey in this community together. Not only are we like-minded in so many ways, we are individuals. And Dr. Holmes was very paramount in this, knowing that we should be that which we choose to be. And certainly, the third chapter supports that. All is love, yet all is law. We were taught that in the beginning. Sort of like cause and effect. Law is the way. Love is the divine givingness. And our word of purpose here at the center is love. And truly, every single time, whether I walk into this sanctuary, into the office, into fellowship hall, through the front door, to the mailbox, wherever I go on this property, what I feel is love. There is not a place that it isn't that essence. There's a feeling. Many of you have shared this, you've heard me share this. A very close friend of mine and a client in the hair salon for years, Blanche Benjamin Smith, always said, "It's yours to use and enjoy, never to hoard or to grieve." And that's what this science is. It's a way of life. It's a philosophy, a givingness of spirit through the individual to be and to know. So love is a way. Law is a way, and love is spontaneous. Love points the way. That happens to be on our little insert in the local newspaper, the Enterprise Record, on the religious page. It gives our location, our center's name, and at the base of it, it says, "Love points the way." And it does. We know that as we journey this month and every day, that we have this community that is the mainstay of the center. I am in gratitude for each and every one of you and my extended family. Since my biological family have all made their transition, and the one remaining brother that I have doesn't speak to me, you are my family. And I'm appreciative of that. You take me as I am. You love me with the warts and freckles and the spots. You're non-critical. You love without any expectation of something back. There's a feeling about family, the extended family. I call it the family of choice. There's something about that is so rich and rewarding. Well, my birth family always assured me, and my parents were wonderful people, and you've heard me share with that before, that they were supportive and loving. I always knew that I was loved. What isn't there to love about me?
Right,
I'm a
exactly.
confident, assured individual, have fairly good self-esteem, and I know that I am a part of society, a part of life that loves to teach and be and express the value that I find in religious science. One of the things that I remember that all of you have is that you are very kind without criticism. Now, my birth family, my biological family, well, it wasn't quite that nice in that family. Many times I heard things that I would choose not to hear. And never being a parent, I know that with children and young people and all people, I have the opportunity to see only the good and praise it. There's more to tell you, but that'll be another lesson. Families and relationships, there's wonderful memories about them. And families and relationships mirror what we're thinking. They mirror ourselves. What we attract in life is the mirror of our thought. And their qualities and beliefs that we may have about our relationships and families. In doing research for the lesson during the week, one of the things that I came upon was oftentimes you will meet someone that may have an irritant, or you may receive an irritant from their message, their behavior, the way they walk and talk and strut their stuff. And oftentimes what I've found is what you find that you're irritated with, that I possess that same quality. It gives you an opportunity for a reflection and inward looking to see how can I change that. Sometimes the hair on the nape of my neck flaps in the breeze when a remark is made